Welcome to my channel. Thank you for returning if you have already been following my Mounjaro journey, and thank you for joining if you're new. I've had a little bit of a break from making videos, so I'm going to update today where I've been with my Mounjaro journey and my search for Mounjaro, and let you know how things are going, and hopefully you'll give me feedback on how you're doing in your journeys. First of all, I want to recap where I got to with my journey. I have done one box of the 2.5, one box of the 5 milligrams, 2 boxes of 7.5, and then 1 box of the 10 milligrams. When I finished my last shot of Mounjaro, which was 10 milligrams, I was 26 pounds down, and I have been without actually having ownership of a box of Mounjaro for I think 4 weeks before I managed to get some more. Now, I haven't been completely without Mounjaro, as you may recall. My husband is on the same journey. He very kindly donated 2 5 milligrams to me. So in those 4 weeks, I took, I went 1 week off, 1 week 5 milligrams, 1 week off, the next week 5 milligrams. And then I had, by the end of that 5 milligram week, I had sourced a new box for myself. So, I basically, in those 4 weeks, had decreased the dose by 50% and then taken it every other week. So it was a big decrease. So even though I had access to Mounjaro in the time I didn't have my own Mounjaro, I was still taking Mounjaro, but it was a lot less. And I finished up those 4 weeks at 25 pounds. So I put on a pound, but what I can tell you is I continued to weigh myself every single day, and my weight just bounced up and down, and basically was about the 25-26 pound weight loss mark the whole time. So it maintained it. In my opinion, a pound, I think, is still kind of like maintenance with 4 weeks. Obviously, if I had a series of 4 weeks the same, and I'd put on a pound every 4 weeks, you know, then I would gradually be putting it back on. But my fear that the rapid decrease in dose would cause me to sort of quickly put on weight, that didn't happen. And I might add that this was over the holiday period, plus we went on vacation. So, you know, I'm actually very pleased that it more or less maintained it for me. So how did I get Mounjaro? Well, as you may know, you may be in the same position. You may not be quite in the same position, I don't know. But we've got 2 things to overcome. The first thing is finding a pharmacy that will work with the copay card. I do have the original copay card, but I'm not type 2 diabetic, so it depends how willing the pharmacy is, or what the policy on that particular pharmacy is to work with me to run through the copay card. So in December, I took about the project of phoning pharmacies, and I actually tried varying pharmacies. I did try large pharmacies. I was looking at online and seeing where other people have been successful and who they've been successful with, and I phoned large pharmacies, but I most definitely also phoned a lot of small pharmacies. I phoned a complete variety of pharmacies, and we're talking December, just before Christmas. Yeah, it's a stressful time for everybody, and quite honestly, I think with the exception of one, all of the pharmacies I found were rude to me, and I can only assume that wasn't the only person calling, and that they didn't have stock. Basically, you know, I didn't even get as far as discussing the coupon. It was, nope, we don't have it. you know, a couple of them said, well, which dose are you looking for? And I said, which dose have you got? And they didn't like that. And, you know, honestly, they were rude to me. A couple of them more or less put the phone down on me as soon as I mentioned Mounjaro, which doesn't make for a pleasant experience, which almost brings in a third hurdle in the whole process. You know, with the hurdles being supply, the coupon. I think it's fair to say that the third hurdle is actually getting on and making those phone calls. I will be honest, I had to really pluck up the courage to do it, and it was quite a nerve-wracking thing to do, especially when I found the pharmacists or the techs I was speaking to were very often being rude to me. And yeah, that wasn't very nice, and I almost just completely gave up. You know, I think maybe some people find that kind of thing easier. For me, it was an extremely daunting thing to do, and I didn't enjoy it, obviously. So that was December, where I had a not very nice experience phoning around, and then we went into the holiday period. Then I went on vacation, and I didn't attempt it again until a week into January. And I basically had a much more pleasant experience. Every single pharmacy I phoned was polite to me and friendly to me, and several took my number and said that they would call me when they got it in, and it was altogether a much less daunting experience. And each time a pharmacist was polite to me, it gave me the courage to phone another pharmacy. And basically they all said they didn't have stock. So, you know, that is obviously the major hurdle, but nonetheless, I felt that I would find somebody that would work with me, even if I ended up being on a callback situation when they did get it in stock. And I'd also seen online that a lot of people had been successful with Walmart. So as well as, like I did in December, I targeted a complete variety of pharmacies. I also started targeting Walmart, and the third Walmart I phoned said they had a box of 10 milligrams in stock, and it was the only box they had. And I said to them, can I have it? And they said that yes, they could. And then I said, I do have a copay card, and they said that's fine, just give us the details. Anyway, they phoned my previous pharmacy, got the script transferred, and I collected it the next day. So I was very relieved that they had it, but I obviously didn't know what was going to happen when I went to collect it, and they did not ask me my diagnosis. They couldn't have been friendlier and more helpful. They got the details of the copay card from a screenshot I had on my phone, and they just did their thing. They tippity tapped in their computer, took my insurance details, all of the things they needed, gave me the box, and they stood there talking to me for like 10 seconds, holding the box in front of me. And I kept thinking, don't ask it, you know, thinking that at the last minute, the pharmacist is going to call across and say, are you type 2 diabetic? But no, it didn't come up. So for anyone else that is still struggling with this situation, please share in the comments. Let me know what's happening. I'm interested to know. And I would say just keep trying. If, like me, you tried in December and you had a very negative reaction, try again now. It might be a different story. Try Walmart pharmacy, because I have just had success with them, and it was an absolutely painless experience. Please let me know in the comments and let me know if, you know, kind of me sharing my story of how I managed to get it helped. Obviously, we don't know what will happen next month. I feel very confident, let me say somewhat confident, from the reaction that I got with Walmart, that as long as they have stock, they will be helpful for me and they will work with the coupon. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be continuing my journey. I'm very happy to be posting. I'm actually going to request that you like and subscribe to my videos from now on. I haven't particularly asked this before, because I don't know, I find it a bit hard to ask for somebody to do something for me. You know, it's kind of, I don't know, I just find that a bit difficult. But having had a little bit of a gap of posting videos, I've realised that I missed it, and that it really, really helped me on my journey to know that people follow my journey. And if people like my video, then it means that the video gets more visibility on YouTube. So I would really appreciate if you haven't subscribed already to subscribe. And please, if you've got this far, this is right at the end of the video, so most of you probably haven't even got this far, but if you have got this far in the video, please remember to like it. I would appreciate that. Other than that, just please share in the comments. I'm going to be going through now and checking up on and following up with comments that I have missed where I've been quiet. And I hope you're all doing well. It's good to be back. It's good to share, and I can't wait to hear your stories as well. Bye.